Hey guys. So, it's been a little while since I've uploaded anything video-wise or even streaming. I'm not in an environment where I'm able to stream right this second. I will maybe try streaming after uploading this video, but I'll probably lag a lot, which is the reason why I've been debating whether to stream or not. Anyways, the whole point of this video was to kind of give my thoughts on Star Wars Jedi Survivor for the PS4 and stuff. I've always wanted to play this game, but since I don't have a PS5, still trying to get one and everything like that, I kind of can't play on the PS5. But I saw it came out for PS4, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Let's play this and let's see how good it is. And I'm gonna show some gameplay here and stuff. Honestly, the game itself is really not that bad. PS4 ran it surprisingly well. Like, it surprisingly runs graphics well. Obviously, the graphics are a little bit lower than what you would have on the PS5, but still, it runs pretty damn well. It has a little bit slower loading times. What I mean by like a little bit slower, I mean by for PS5, if you're on the ship and stuff, it's almost instant, you know, whenever you're loading onto a new planet. With PS4, you're like waiting around maybe 40 seconds, you know, until it all loads up and you're ready and stuff. Sometimes it'll go on for like a couple of minutes or so, but that's because of the areas, depending on which area it is, how long you've been playing the game for. You know, the loading times really vary between how long everything's been. But honestly, out of my entire playthrough on this game, because I finally beat it, I was going to make a video on just talking about, you know, my thoughts on it so far, but since I beat the game, my thoughts on this entirely are it's a good game for PS4. Like, if you don't have a PS5 and you really want to play this game on PS4, because like, look at this cutscene right now, it's actually pretty good. I mean, look at how it loads. It loaded up his textures pretty well, everything. No glitches in this cutscene, well, except that little flash right there, you saw that. As you see, like, some scenes are loading in still for this cutscene and everything. Besides that, everything else is actually fine. I mean, I never ran into any glitches. I think the only glitch that I'll put up on screen a little later, or maybe like right now, but I'll put up on screen a purge trooper. It was after we beat the game, and it was a purge trooper that just was T-posing, had zero animation, nothing, just T-posing to me. But that's like the only glitch I encountered. Actually, wait, that one, and there's one other glitch where this it was on Koba at the beginning of the game. So whenever you were there trying to, in the forest area, trying to find Tanalor and stuff at the beginning, those little pillars that you knock down, you have to walk across on. For some reason, one of them would just make me fall through it instantly. Like, it wasn't solid. It like didn't exist practically. I had to try to find a way over it, which luckily you could jump over it, so it wasn't too much of an issue. But that was still a little annoying. I think the only thing I find annoying is each time I boot up the game, I do always have to go back to the crafting bench, put on my lightsaber, change my parts, and then re-put it onto the same ones, then go to the part colors, and just browse through there so all the part colors actually load up. Same with the gun, I have to do all of that. Very well. But besides that, that's a little annoying, but nothing unbearable. Everything else works fine. The game, surprisingly, the game really doesn't crash. It has crashed a couple of times for me. I think most it's crashed is 2 times in one day. But that's because I would say what causes this game to crash is your pacing. So if you are fast traveling all over the place a shit ton, like when I say a shit ton, I mean by, alright, go here, go grab a bounty, and then immediately fast travel after that, or like grab something, the game is going to have a hard time keeping up with your pace at that point. And with trying to keep up with your pacing, but also at the limitations of a last or older gen console, it kind of bugs out and doesn't know how to keep up with you, so it will crash sometimes. Besides that, if you keep a good pace, you don't try and speedrun. Well, you can speedrun the game still on PS4, But as long as you don't zip zap everywhere, like fast travel point to fast travel point to fast travel point, it seems like it'd be practically fun. Also, I think depends on the console. As you're seeing in this boss fight, everything's running fine here. My frame rate actually has not dropped at all. It all works, you know. PS4 actually works, which caught me so off guard because I was expecting my console to overheat. I was expecting my console to sound like an airplane. It surprisingly does not sound like an airplane. Even when scenes like this, fights like this, it all runs just like it was meant to run. That's a huge shocker, as this was a PS5 release only when it first came out. It was primarily made only for the PS5, never supposed to be PS4. But then they brought it over to this console, and honestly, I was skeptical. But I think they did actually an amazing job at porting it over towards this one. But I mean, that's really all I gotta say. If the only time your frame rate will truly drop, I will say, is on Kobo. There's this Rancor boss fight. It's the first Rancor you fight and stuff on Kobo. Whenever you find it, it's in the mines. In that area, because of the environment and it knocking down all these rocks, your frame rate drops a shit ton at the beginning. But as long as you can fight through it, it stays and gets a lot better and stops dropping. But it's like the first half of the fight is just like, holy shit, this is the worst performance I've seen this game have. Besides that, the game works. But I'll show up some more pictures and other things, but these are genuinely my thoughts on the PS4 version. And to end off the video, the game works. It has a stunning performance. I can't really tell you what the FPS is, as I have not kept track of what the FPS is, but it doesn't really dip. It doesn't crash. It only crashes whenever you try to go too much and the game can't keep up. Besides that, if you're fine with some slower loading times, if you're fine with the Rancor boss fight, you know, having a little bit more FPS drop and stuff, but if you're fine with all of that, then there's nothing stopping you from getting this game for the PlayStation 4. Genuinely nothing. I mean, it's like any other game. Like, if you were to pick up Cyberpunk for the PS4, this is essentially Cyberpunk for the PS4. The game works, the game runs well, the game is fun, slower loading times, and some dialogue, I wouldn't say cut, but delays, but does always eventually go. But besides that, if you're fine with that and you can still enjoy the game without, you know, faster loading times and some of those minor tweaks, I'd say pick this game up for PS4 if you're still waiting for a PS5, because honestly, it's a worth the game. But that ends my video here. I will be uploading another video soon, I think on Sonic and some other things. So yeah, I'll also be trying to stream Fortnite later, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you all enjoyed the little gameplay I'm showing here and everything else. But yeah, no, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.